statement of the next question is, if G1 and G2 be a cyclic group of order m and n, so G1 is of order m and G2 is of order n, prove that its Cartesian product are again cyclic group of order mn if and only if GCD of m and n is equal to 1. Now that is given part. So if I take G1 is generated by element x, G1 is generated by x since it is a cyclic group, and G2 is generated by some element y, or all of these are cyclic group. So B cyclic group. Now what is the order of G1, which is equal to m? Since order of group and its generator are equal, so this is equal to OX, order of X, and similarly order of G2, which is equal to small n, which is equal to order of the Y, element Y. So that is given part. Now to prove that if Cartesian product is cyclic of order mn, if and only if GCD of mn is equal to 1, and same if GCD is equal to 1, then Cartesian product is a cyclic of order mn. Now suppose this G cross G1 cross G2 is a cyclic group. If it is a cyclic group, so it is generated by some element and its order is mn. So let G1 cross G2, so it is generated by element x comma y, and this x element belongs to G1 and y element belongs to G2, this values. Now order of G1 cross G2, so this is equal to mn, and what is this? It is an order of x comma y. So this is equation number 1. So this is a Cartesian product. Now my aim is to prove that GCD of m and n is equal to 1. So I take GCD of m comma n, which is equal to d. So my aim is to prove that it is equal to 1. D is equal to 1. Now what is the GCD of m by d and n by d? So this is equal to 1, right? If we divide this values, so this values is equal to 1. Now I consider a element x comma y raised to power m n over d. So I consider this values. So what is this? This values. So this is in tuple. So this can be written as x raised to power mn over d comma y raised to power mn over d. This values. So here this value can be written as in this way. Now since order of x is equal to m, so by definition x raised to power m is equal to identity. Similarly, order of y is equal to n and y raised to power n is again equal to identity. Now this can be written as x raised to power m and then raised to power n by d, and second y raised to power n and its power raised to power m over d. Why I write here x raised to power m? Because it will become identity. Similarly, y raised to power n will again become identity. So if it will become identity, so this is identity of raised to power n by d, identity of raised to power m by d. So this is the identity of a G1, so I write it as E1. It is identity of G2, so I write it as E2. So what it becomes? It becomes E1 comma E2. So x comma y, this raised to power mn over d, which is equal to this E1 and E2 identity. So what is this? It is a identity of G1 cross G2. If it is a identity of G1 cross G2, so it means order of x comma y. So by definition, order of x comma y which divides mn over d. So what is the order of x comma y? Because its order is mn, so it means mn divide mn over d. So mn divide over mn d. So this value I can write it as d into d. So what it becomes? D divide 1. So if d divide 1, so it implies d is equal to 1. So it implies GCD of m comma n is equal to 1. So it is my first part. Now converse part. So in the converse part, let GCD of mn which is equal to 1. So this is given. Now to prove that G1 cross G2 is a cyclic group and its order is mn. So that is my aim. Now if G1 G2 is cyclic group, so we prove that the order of x comma y which is equal to order of G1 cross G2 and this value is equal to mn. So this value is equal to mn. That is my claim that I want to prove that. So that is our claim. Now order of x which is equal to m and order of y we know that that is equal to n. Now here if I take x comma y raised to power mn, so what it means? It means it is x raised to power mn comma y raised to power mn, these values. So this can be written as x raised to power m, then raised to power n, y raised to power n and then raised to power m. So this will become, since order of x is equal to m, so it means x raised to power m is identity E1. Similarly, order of y is equal to n, it means y raised to power n is equal to identity. So this is equal to E2. So if it is E2, so this can be written as E1 raised to power n comma E2 raised to power m. So this will become E1 comma E2. So it means order of x comma y. It means order of x comma y. It divides mn. It divides mn. So I write it as equation number 1. So to prove it is equal to mn, I take order of xy is equal to r. Suppose order of xy which is equal to r. So it implies xy raised to power r which is equal to identity. So this is the identity of G1 cross G2. So what it means? It means x raised to power r comma y raised to power r which is equal to identity. So this is equal to E1 comma E2. So it implies x raised to power r which is equal to E1 and y raised to power r which is equal to E2. So it implies order of x divide r and order of y divide r. So it implies m divide r and n divide r. So this values. It means if m divide r and n divide r, so it implies least common LCM of mn also divide r, because LCM least common multiply, so it divides r. So as we know that GCD and LCM of mn into GCD of mn is equal to product. Now its value is equal to 1. So it implies this mn which is equal to product mn. So substitute this value in this equation. So it becomes mn divide r. So what it means? It means mn divide order of x comma y. So which is the equation number 2. Now combine equation number 1 and 2. What we get? We get order of x comma y. This is equal to mr. So which prove our result. Now next question is. So next question is, a group of order 4 is either cyclic or direct product of two cyclic group of order 2. So let G be a group of order 4. So I take this values. G be a group of order 4. Now it has only two ways. Either it is cyclic or not cyclic. So if G is non-cyclic, if it is a non-cyclic, so if it is cyclic, then we already proved. Suppose G is a non-cyclic, it means there exists a non-identity element belongs to G such that order of A is equal to 2. So what is the reason behind it? Why? Now, since G is a non-cyclic group, so by Lagrange's theorem, order of A divide order of G. This is by Lagrangian, by Lagrange's theorem, right? If it divides, order of G is equal to 4. So it implies order of A either 1 or 2 or 4. So these are three possibilities. Now this is not possible because A is a non-identity, right? Again, this is not possible because G is a non-cyclic, because if it has order 4, then G become the cyclic, so which is again contradiction. So only possible value is 2. So what we get? We get order of a non-identity element which is equal to 2. So similarly, because it has 4 elements, 1 identity and 3 non-identity. So similarly, there exists some other non-identity element belongs to G other than A, because it has 4 elements. So it has 3 non-identity elements. Then it implies order of B is also equal to 2. So it implies order of B is also equal to 2. Now I take two subgroup. One is H generated by A and second is K generated by B. So these are two cyclic group of order 2. So let H and K be two cyclic group of order 2. It means order of H and order of A, they are equal and equal to 2. Similarly, order of K, order of B, which is again equal to 2. So we get order of H and K is equal to 2. So it means the H consisting element, which is identity and A. Similarly, K consisting element, identity and B. Since A and B are different, so it implies H intersection K only one element common, which is called identity. Now HK is written as order of HK can be written as order of H into order of K over order of H intersection K. Now what is its value? It is equal to 2 into 2 over 1. So this is equal to 4, which is equal to order of G. So order of HK and order of G are equal. And HK is a subgroup of G. So as HK is a part of G and order of HK and order of G, and from this what we get, we get G is equal to HK. So it is a product of HK. In addition to that, also H intersection K is equal to identity. So what is this? It is a direct product of two cyclic group. One is H and second is K. So which prove our result. Now next question is G be a cyclic group of order 10 and it is generated by A, and H and K are cyclic group of order 2 and 5. Show that G is internal direct product of H and K. So first understand the definition of direct product internal. It means G can be written as HK and H intersection K is equal to identity. Now since G is generated by A, so order of A which is equal to 10, right? So what is H? H is generated by A square. If it is generated by A square, then order of H is equal to order of A square. This can be written as order of A over GCD of order of A over 2. So which is 10 comma 2, so which is equal to 5. Similarly, if K is subgroup generated by A5, so order of K which is equal to order of A raised to power 5, so which is equal to order of A over GCD of order of A comma 5. So this is 10 over GCD of 10 comma 5. So this is a 10 over 5 which is a 2. So this is a cyclic group of order 5 and this is a cyclic group of order 2. Since G is a cyclic group, then it means G is abelian, because every cyclic group are abelian. It means HK is equal to KH. If HK is equal to KH, then HK is a subgroup of group G. So HK is a subgroup of group G. Now, what is the element of H? Element of H which is equal to, it is generated by A square. If it is generated by, so I take element of H which is equal to A square, but here I take A5. So I write it as K and it is as H. So no problem. Here I write K. So just change it. Here it is a H. So just minor correction. So it means element H is generated by A5. So its element are E and A5. And what is the element of K? So this is taking the power of A square. So this will be identity A square, A4, A6, A10 and A8, then A10, which become identity. So clearly H intersection K consisting only identity element. If it consisting only identity element, also order of Hk, which is equal to order of H, order of K over order of H intersection K. So what is the order of H? So which is a 2 into 5 over 1, which is equal to 10. So this is same as the order of G. Now since Hk, which is a subgroup of group G, and both have same order of Hk and order of G are same, then what we get? We get G is equal to Hk. So it means it is a internal direct product of E. So which prove our result. So next consider a group V which is equal to identity 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 into 3, 4. This is a group, and H which consisting identity comma 1, 2 and K which consisting identity comma 3, 4. These are subgroup of group V. So these are subgroup of group V. So H and K, these are subgroup of V. So my aim is to prove that this V is internal direct product of H and K. So that is my aim, to prove that it is an internal direct product of K. Since V has 4 elements, so its element 4, so it is a abelian. And similarly, every group of prime order is cyclic. So these values, so H and K are normal subgroup of V. So since V is abelian, so H and K, these are normal subgroup of group V. So why? Because V is abelian. Also, if normal, then Hk is equal to Kh, then it implies this Hk is subgroup of group V. If it is a subgroup of group V, also they have the order H intersection K, it consisting only identity element, order of Hk which is equal to order of H, order of K over order of H intersection K, which is 2 into 2 by 1. So this is a 4, which is equal to order of G. As Hk is subgroup of V, then it implies V is equal to Hk. So also H intersection K is identity. So V is direct product of H and K subgroup. So V is the direct product of the subgroup H and K. Now next example, if I take this is Zi. So this is a set of Gaussian integer. So this consisting a plus iota b, where ab belongs to set of integer. So this is called a Gaussian integers. So this is a additive group of Gaussian integers. So it is an additive group. Now we prove that if I take Zi, this is a internal direct sum of this Zi, which is an internal direct sum of Z plus iota Z, this values. So I prove this is as direct sum. Here not direct product, here it is a direct sum. So first, what is Z? So Z is set of integers. So this is a such that a belongs to Z, this values. Now what is iota Z? So this is equal to iota b type such that b belongs to integer. Now clearly it has only one point in common, so that is only 0, this values. Now if this interaction is common, also if I take some element x belongs to Gaussian integer, so this element can be written as x is equal to a plus iota b, a b belongs to Z, this values. If x belongs to a plus iota b and a b belongs to Z, so it implies this first element belongs to Z and second element belongs, so this is x, a plus iota Z, iota b. So this a belongs to capital Z and this belongs to iota Z, and the entire total belongs to Z plus iota Z, this values. Now from this what we get? We get Z iota, which is equal to Z plus iota Z, also Z intersection iota Z consisting 0 element. So it implies Gaussian integer which is equal to Z direct sum iota Z. So which prove our result. So in this way we can write the